What is going on, everybody? CJC presents WandA Workouts and Anime, and we are here. They actually finally released the trailer for One Piece Pirate Warriors for Next Generation. No official release date yet, but they did show us a preview as to what it's going to look like. And I just want to say before we get into it that I do apologize for the low energy. I am fucking exhausted, dude. I got 5 hours of sleep. I caffeinated too much yesterday in preparation of hitting some PRs at the gym. If you want to see that, check out my Instagram, CJC_WandA on Instagram if you guys want to check that out. But yeah, with that being said, let's let's go and watch this video. So we can just see the tweets here. That's going to be released, and we'll actually watch the video on the website because it's going to be a lot better quality because Twitter typically takes a little bit. And then yeah, same thing here, right? So let's just take a look at this video. I did watch it a little bit. I don't know how much justice my screen recorder is going to do because I believe it records at 720. So just letting you know, I'm seeing it at 1080 60 frames. So if you guys want to see it yourself, I will also link it in the description box below. But with that being said, let's go ahead and watch the video. Let me lower the volume a little bit and let's go. Okay. Ooh. Sorry, I do want to go back a little bit, hold on, because I did want to highlight this. I don't remember this being that clean. Maybe I have to play the story mode again, because the only story mode I've done was, or recently, is typically the final mission of One Piece Pirate Warriors 4 in the dramatic log. But this looks very clean. Like, I don't remember it being like this in the story mode. This is very clean. I just want to give it credit. Anyway, moving on. Okay, we got them kicking. Of course, that looked pretty high quality too. What the fuck is this? What? What? Okay, I do want to highlight this. This looks very good, very HD. I love seeing it. Like, this looks incredible. All right, with the shot of the straw hats. But my question is, why the flying fuck is a shot from One Piece Pirate Warriors 3 in here? I'm actually like so confused. Like, why is One Piece Pirate Warriors 3 doing here? There's no way they they release a current gen for One Piece Pirate Warriors 3, but this was fucking random. Like, I don't think this was necessary, if I'm just being honest. Okay, so they're gonna highlight some differences. Let's just play the whole video, and then sorry, I keep cutting in and out. So let's just watch the trailer in its totality. Okay, we get to see the DLC in action, which we've already seen enough. Yep. Lucci looks good, really good. Of course, we have Badger and Gun, and coming soon. Okay, so no release date, which is perfectly fine. I did mention that earlier. And then we have the most broken move in the entire game, Kamisari. That was a pretty clean transition. Okay, so just so you guys know, let me actually go back to the English page for this ending part, actually. So as we know, it is coming in fall 2025. We had previously discussed or seen that it's supposed to come out early Q4, but now they did change it a little bit. So fall. I don't even think the elders landed at Egghead. All the elders. So it's kind of hard to say as to, you know, when we are going to get news regarding these other two characters. I would recommend you check out my previous videos discussing those characters as to who they can be for DLC pack number 7. More likely than not, I wouldn't be surprised if we get this in November instead of what I previously speculated, mid-October. But I mean, we'll see on what happens with that. But I think we are looking at November release for DLC pack 7. And then early 2026, which is pretty cool, so I'd imagine January. But, you know, in my head, I'd imagine 3 months between DLC packs. You know, I feel like that's how character packs usually work. But I was proven wrong really bad with DLC pack 5 and 6, which I believe was 2 months apart, right? So DLC pack 5 came out in January, and then... or December, if I'm one of the two. And then, like, surprisingly, DLC pack 6, the Legends pack, came out in March. So, you know, I could be wrong here, but more likely than not, just with how the anime is progressing and how slowly it's going, we are more than likely looking at a November release for DLC pack 7. But just wanted to point that out. With that being said, let us break down the video and highlight some of the differences, because I'm not going to lie to you, are the new graphics in the room with us? Because from what they've shown with the characters here, I don't really see a difference. But let's take a look here, right? So, I'm going to look at the left first, and then I'm going to look at the right. Okay. First off, a lot more enemies, which I love to see, right? Because that is a huge request that a lot of people ask for. More enemies, more enemy spawns. So I don't think this will make maps easier to conquer, right? Like the little mini maps, or territories, excuse me. But I do believe it'll make a more enjoyable experience. So I'm imagining that the health bar for the territories are going to be a lot larger, which is perfectly fine, because I do feel the more enemies there are, the easier it is to take over. So hopefully they don't compensate that, yes, there are more enemies, but therefore it should be more difficult to take over territories. And then, oops, that weird One Piece Pirate Warriors 3 shot. So a lot more, and maybe they did this intentionally, right? The bombarders. So a lot more explosions. It is a bit better quality. Like the map looks larger in comparison, right? So I think there's better scaling here than there typically is with One Piece Pirate Warriors. Let's take a look at a slower playback speed. I'm just going to mute it because I know the audio is going to be crazy here. But yeah, definitely a bit more HD. You can definitely see it. Let me just go back a little bit so we can actually see. So this does look a little cleaner. You do see the transition. The scaling of the characters looks a lot better. So, you know, whereas this barrel on the left-hand side looks further away where it's a lot closer. So I definitely think they added more touches to it where it's more zoomed in if you are a smaller character. So I am curious as to what it's going to look like as a giant, whether it's Kaido or Big Mom, Whitebeard, and so on and so forth. So scaling is a lot better. And then you can also see a slight difference when it comes to when abilities are being activated as well. So let's go back a little bit here so I can pause it. So we have the move, and then it's like right, like a slight difference. Let me see if I can get that exact moment. Yeah, like slight difference when abilities are going to be activated, transitioning into the further combos. But yeah, you could definitely tell graphically, like, it does look a bit better. I mean, pixel-wise, it's you know, still kind of renders a little bit sus. But you can definitely see, like, scaling, it is vastly different. Not sure what it just did, but okay. Yeah, more devastation with the moves, and it also makes more sense, right? Like, Luffy's fist isn't, like, missing, it's, like, hitting the ground. And then, yeah, just better abilities here, showcasing the ability. And then, yeah, it's a lot more devastation, and that's probably due to the fact that there are a lot more enemies. Therefore, the more enemies, the more devastating the effects actually look. So, is there that much of a change? I don't really know. Yeah, it does look a bit better, like scaling. So I think that's the biggest improvement. That and, of course, enemies. Yeah. That's really the only difference. But graphically, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really notice a difference. Scaling, though, like, I think looking at... I gotta see how Kaido looks, quite frankly. But the scaling looks a lot better. Whereas on the left-hand side, it's a lot more zoomed out versus the right-hand side where it's a lot more zoomed in. So, quite frankly, I do have to ask the question, are the new graphics in the room with us? Because I really don't see that much of a difference, graphically. And again, I'm playing this on, you know, 1080 60 frames HD. But the really only difference I'm seeing is scaling. And a lot more AoE effects instead of, like HD. Like, some shots look fucking fantastic. Like, I did say that before, right? So, like, this shot looks incredible. Luffy's Gyat, right? Gyatu, Gear 3rd. No. And then there's another one I really loved. Right here, like this looks fantastic. It's a great shot, right? But in terms of actual gameplay, I gotta be honest, there isn't that much of a difference. It just scales better and it's brighter. That's it. That's really it. Yeah, I mean, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. We're not getting any news. I would have thought we would get more for DLC or for Character Pass 3, right? But I guess we are compensating. Instead of getting a DLC Pack 9, we're getting 3 skins for DLC Pack 7. Oh boy, folks, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I am going to try to go back to bed. But with that being said, I will see you in the comments. Like I said, leave your thoughts. And I hope to see you in the next video. We got some cool stuff coming up. I'm going to potentially do a live stream. Something different. Nothing workout related. I did do a workout related live stream like a year and a half ago. But it will be something different. Come by, chat. More info to come on that as the days come. Then I also got some videos coming up as well. I was literally going to record something else. And then I'm like, oh, they released this trailer. So with that being said, I will see you in the comment section below. And of course, in the next video, my friends. Peace.